What's up guys, I'm Blame. The Overwatch PTR is getting an update and it looks like Doomfist is finally getting the buffs and more importantly the bug fixes that he needs. Let's get started. Most of the time when people talk about how good or bad a character is in Overwatch, they tend to restrict themselves in terms of buffs and nerfs only. Oh, this character isn't strong enough, so it needs a buff. This character is too strong, so it needs a nerf. But there's another thing, which is how buggy is the character. And a lot of people, not all, but many people do tend to just kind of ignore that a character could have a lot of bugs. And as we see with Doomfist, he is probably the buggiest character that Overwatch has ever had. About a week ago, there was a really popular post on the Overwatch forums entitled, Doomfist has 18 plus bugs across 4 skills. This was a very popular thread, and it gave an incredible amount of detail and lots of examples of all the broken things currently wrong with Doomfist. Since the character's release, life for Doomfist has been pretty rough. With all of the problems and the bugs that the character has had, it's resulted in Doomfist having one of the lowest pick rates in the game, one of the lowest win rates in the game, and one of the lowest KDs in the game. And it's kind of disappointing, because Doomfist was probably one of, if not the most anticipated character to get added to the game. And although it's taken a little while, Blizzard is now finally starting to fix some of those bugs that are plaguing Doomfist. So over on the official forums, Jeff Goodman, who is the principal designer for Overwatch, made a pretty long post detailing all of the changes that are currently on the PTR right now. He said, I wanted to give you guys a quick update on some Doomfist issues we've been working on. We just updated the PTR today with many bug fixes, and even since then, we've fixed a few more. Here is a summary of where we are right now with Doomfist issues specifically. Things that we've fixed. Wall slamming should be much improved. The wall slamming logic has also been simplified, so players should find that a 45-degree impact angle is the cutoff between the target being slammed into the wall or sliding off. This is the biggest change that should be noticeable instantly. Rocket Punch now breaks breakables again. Not only was the bug fixed that caused it to no longer break breakables, but the system we have in place now should break them more consistently than before. Seismic Slam being cancelled when landing too close to a wall should be fixed, and Seismic Slam will now slide a small ways up ramps instead of instantly triggering. Winston's Leap has also changed in the same way. The slide distance is manually tuned, so let us know if it seems like he is sliding up ramps too much or too little. That last one, especially the change to Winston, is so nice. I can't tell you how many times I've used Winston's Leap when I'm on a staircase or something like that, only to find that he just does this kind of little stutter step and he doesn't actually go anywhere. So if that's been fixed, that is great. The things that they're working on, Seismic Slam has a bug when you or your target is near a corner. It will sometimes not find them as a valid target. We've identified this bug, but it's going to take a little longer to get a fix in place. The ghost punches. These things are super frustrating. This is an issue where you rocket punch and go through an enemy instead of impact them. Some of these reports are latency related, but we did find an issue that was causing this to come up beyond just typical networking issues. Hopefully, we'll get in a fix soon. The corner bounce. This happens if you use Rocket Punch near a corner or edge, and it causes you to bounce off or slide a ways away, probably messing up your punch. This is a recent bug caused by a seemingly unrelated change. We have identified why this can happen though, and working on a fix for it. The things that they're still investigating are the Rocket Punch versus Rocket Punch and Charge. They get reports that we feel it's really random what happens when two Doomfists using Rocket Punch hit each other, or when a Reinhardt using his Charge hits a Doomfist that is also Rocket Punching. We're still gathering data and information on this one and hope to be able to improve the consistency of the situation. The intended result is that both players should fall over, much in the same way that two Reinhardts charging into each other knocks both of them down. And the last thing is the aerial seismic slam, sometimes causing grounded seismic slam. We've gotten reports of people being up in the air and using the seismic slam, sometimes triggering the grounded version instead of the aerial version. This one seems to be really rare, so it's pretty hard to track down. We're looking into it. So in case you didn't know, the grounded version causes you to arc up into the air a little bit before heading to the target, but the aerial version doesn't do that. Instead, it just skips and goes straight to the target. And the last thing he says is, we've also heard your feedback that you'd like to see more details about bug fixes in our patch notes instead of just tuning changes and features. We're going to work on this, so starting next packs, there will be more detailed information on this kind of stuff. Thanks for all the feedback, and keep it coming, especially if you get a chance to play on the PTR and test out these changes. I would be incredibly happy if Blizzard does anything to improve their patch notes, because right now, the patch notes that they've been doing for the last year plus on Overwatch have not been that good. That's probably one of the biggest complaints about the PTR in general, or patches in general, is that Blizzard just doesn't put the information in it that it should be doing. So if they improve that, that's an awesome step in the right direction. So now the question is, how much of an effective buff is Doomfist going to get from just these changes that have been put on the PTR? The answer is a little. Not really that great, though. I mean, there's still going to be a tremendous amount of problems. Remember, that post had 18 plus bugs, and Blizzard is just fixing a couple of them. So there's definitely a lot of work that still needs to be done on Doomfist, without a doubt. And even after they fix all of the bugs that the character has, he's still probably going to need an actual, like, a regular standard buff to the character. Like, they're going to have to either lower the cooldown on this or that, or increase the duration of this, or whatever it happens to be. But the character is probably going to still need an actual buff after all of the bugs are fixed. So what do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out my Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. The links are down below. Thanks for watching. Remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault. Also, special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for helping to make this all possible. If you'd like to see what kind of cool rewards you can get for supporting the channel, check the links on screen and down below.